I decided to come on here even though I'm sick with my weird little voice and give you guys some motivation for this new year. So I know everybody's super pumped and we have all of our resolutions, or everybody has goals. For me, this year was a little different. I decided to do like goals in 4 different segments or quarters of the year, and just different type of goals. And I just really try to focus and break it down more monthly and weekly, just because that's what works best for me. If I try to do it like all at once, it doesn't really work out. And I know everybody's super pumped and motivated, and usually the first like 2 weeks you're like on it, you got it, and then you lose your momentum and then you think you failed. And that's not the case. So I wanted to share with you guys like 10 things I do throughout the year to keep me motivated and to keep me on check to see where my goals are, where I'm at, and how to get them accomplished. So here we go. Goal number 1. I do a vision board. And some people think vision boards have to be pictures. I actually do mostly words. I really believe in the power of writing things down. And if you actually know me or get to know me, you always see that I have like this little tiny notebook. It's like a couple of inches long that I carry along with me everywhere. I just really believe the power in manifesting it yourself and writing it down and having a visual. So I usually do like a word vision board for the year of what I want to make for the year, things I want to do. And this year it was actually really different because I went super specific. Like I had like this major goal and then had like 5 baby goals around it. So how I can get to accomplish my bigger goal. So that's something I do. It's a vision board, and I revise it throughout the year. I know probably people are like, what? Yeah. So throughout the year, I change. Like we all change as human beings, and it's okay. So I go back into my vision board and I'll revise it. So that's something you can do. Number 2, I actually have a notebook where I have my monthly goals. And I just think it's really important to break it down. I can't, like, if I just thought like this, for example, I'm going to make $1 million this year, or I'm going to open my own salon. That's a lot. Like, it's a lot to be expecting the whole year. But if you break it down into like 12 months, and then you break it down into 4 weeks, and then you break it down into like 4 days, like I say, you work 4 days a week, it's more attainable, it's more realistic, and you can actually get more ideas on how to make that goal happen. So that's just like something I like to do, and it's just like writing down my monthly goals, and then I can go back like throughout the month, like I don't wait till the end of the month. I'll just go in, be like, oh my gosh, I already accomplished this goal, and I'll check it off, and I feel so good. And one of my friends taught me this actually, that as human beings, we love, like, it's really hard for us when we do a big goal and we don't accomplish it. But if we have mini goals and we accomplish at least 2 out of the month, we feel great. And it's so true. I thought I was going to feel like crap because I have 7 baby goals per month and maybe I only did 2, but actually it feels great because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm actually getting stuff done, and it gets me motivated and more drive to do the next goal. So that's something you guys can do. That's actually how I was able to do my podcast. I was so scared to do it, but it was part of my goal. I had a month deadline, and that's when I did it, and that's when I launched it. So it's been very helpful for me to doing things that are super scary. So just do like a monthly goals, and have little baby goals underneath them, and you can check them off as you go, and you can see how helpful that is to make sure that you accomplish your yearly goals throughout the year. Number 3, I was doing this thing where I was waking up and looking at myself on social media. It gives me anxiety. I haven't done it in a while, and I did it today, and it's horrible. Like, it gets this whole comparison, and I'm not good enough, and what the heck I'm doing type of like bad negative thoughts in my head, which I'm like, wash it off. So what I actually started to do, the third thing I do is I read a book. So as soon as I wake up, I do like this whole I'm grateful for thing, like, even if it's just one thing that morning. And then I grab my book, which is usually a self-help or self-motivation book, which I love to read. And I'll just read a couple pages. And once that's done, then I can get out of bed and I can start my day. So that has really helped me to put me in the right set of mind throughout the day before I even come in contact with anybody. And I think it's so important for me to be the best I can for that day. So self-help books have really helped me to put me in the right set of mind to start off my day. So I love doing that. And having said that, number 4 is sometimes I actually take social media breaks once a week, and that's okay. I actually do not announce them, and this is why. I think it's okay that we want to take a social media break. Sometimes we need a break from everything, okay? Even if you work out, you can't work out 24 hours a day. So why the heck do we think that it's okay for us to be 24 hours a day in social media, like live and breathe it? I believe we can be more successful doing less. And I'll be honest with you, I've actually have grown over 100 followers in the past month being away from it, which is actually pretty interesting. I've spent less time in it. I'm just really focused if I'm going to post, like some things, or comment back, and then I get out. And it just keeps my mental health better. It keeps me motivated, and it keeps me like light and free, and it just has really helped me. I really don't announce it because why do we need to announce it? Like, I don't feel the need of it. If when people announce it, then I feel bad. Like later on, even though I know they're back on their social media, I feel bad reaching out to them because maybe I'm bothering them, or maybe they're feeling overwhelmed. That's how I feel. So I'm like, well, if I feel that, how would clients or other people not feel the same way? So that's why I've decided I never announce when I take my social media breaks. I do it once a week, and it helps me keep me fresh and motivated. And it's okay not to be on it 24/7. You still will grow. You still can do your things, and it will actually keep my mind sane. So that's my tip number 4. Number 5 is it's okay if your mind changes. I know it's in a time where we're always trying to grow, and there's, especially with like Instagram, that's my biggest one, which I've actually kind of slowed down on. There's so much of a comparison, and I think this year my main focus is not to worry about that. I really have never worried, but let's be honest, we're human beings. When we see work and stuff, we're like, well, we're not that good, or this and that, and we start beating ourselves up. So for me, this year has really been a focus to stop comparing myself. I don't really do that, but sometimes it kind of gets to me that I'm not good enough, and it has to do with comparison. So this year I really have focused on just being who I am, which I've always have been, but really focus on me. I really focus on my life, focus on my career, focus on me, like what makes Celeste happy. And it's actually pretty funny because I made a post about it. I'm like, you guys are all gonna think I lost my marbles, which I maybe have, but it's what's gonna make me happy. And I'm so excited to be taking this new approach, which is a little different, but it'll be a lot of fun. So don't be afraid to do you, to be you. That's the beauty of this and of being part of the world. There's nobody like you, and that's your superpower. Something else that I really like to do too is hire people where you're weak at. So people sometimes think, and what do I mean by that? Sometimes people think that it's bad that you should do it all. Like you have to be Superwoman or Superman. You have to be the super person with the superpowers to everything. And that's not true. I hire a lot of people for things I don't know how to do. So what would be my tip number 7? It would be hire people where you need, in the areas that you need help in. If I don't know how to, properly use Facebook, I'm going to hire somebody who knows how to effectively use Facebook, and I can see it. They don't have to talk about it. I've researched it. I look at her profile. I look what she's done. I look what she's done with other artists. I'm like, you know what? She knows what she's doing. So I'll go to her and I'll pay her for her services. For the longest time, I try to go on YouTube and Pinterest and Google this and that has been helpful. But there's some stuff that you just can't shortcut. And it's worth, for me, spending the money and getting the professional help than trying to figure it out myself. Because at the end of the day, if that's not your strong point and you're spending so much energy and time trying to figure this one area of weakness of yours, you are ruining your full potential of what you are really good at. So instead of trying to take shortcuts, I think it's so important to invest in your craft, invest in what you're trying to grow. If you need help, there's no shame in that. Go get the help. I'm always getting help for different things in my business and personally as well. And for example, my apartment, I have somebody clean my house once a week, which people are like, what's less? I'm like, yeah, but I need help in that area because sometimes I am really busy and I need that peace of mind because I cannot live in a cluttered space. Like, it gives me anxiety. Like it just I lose my cool. I just can't. And I have 2 kids, so I hired somebody. So it's okay. We're not super people. We can and we deserve help. So if you need the help, go out and get it. Number 8 also is like trust your own intuition. That was one of the hardest things for me that I really learned last year in 2018 was to trust my intuition. Sometimes I felt like I was freaking crazy and insane for doing things, but if I wouldn't have done it, I wouldn't be where I'm here today, even honestly, like starting my own podcast. So trust your intuition. If you feel like you have to go and do something, go and do it. I know we have goals for the year and we'll plan it out. And sometimes our intuition will say that we need to do something else. Go ahead and trust it. And that's what I'm doing this year. Actually, I'm going like a different path, like a little different. And it's kind of scary, but I'm trusting my intuition because at the end of the day, like we know what's best for us and our intuition will never lie to us. Like I always say, our heart and our mind are sometimes like so emotional that I really rely more on my intuition than my heart and my mind. So that's another thing. Just trust your intuition. Number 9, take time for yourself. I know like we always want to give, and I'm the type of person last year, honestly, I was working every day. Like no lies, every day I was behind the screen doing online courses, or I was doing like education 4 to 5 times a month. I was traveling. I was doing all these things, and I forgot about this one person that deserves a lot of attention and love, which is myself. And I actually gained weight. It was like this whole like spiral downwards. And it just really got me. And, there was times where I was burnt out. And it really, like, taught me to slow the heck down. It's okay. And I've noticed the more I slow down and the more I center myself, the better everything around me goes, including my business, my personal life, just everything in general. Because at the end of the day, we are the ones giving ourselves out to the world. So if we're not okay, we can't make anybody okay or give our best effort. And I'll share a quick example with you guys. So I was super sick, like my boy's still gone. And I was doing hair. And I felt miserable. Like I was so hard. It took everything out of me to like get that, my client done and everything. I still love what I do, but I was like exhausted and sniffling. I was just this hot mess. So after that, I decided that I'm going to have a 24-hour policy now for my guests and for myself. If I'm sick or they're sick, because I don't have a cancellation policy, that they can go ahead and reschedule. Like I have other policies to prevent no-shows and all that stuff, but that's for another episode. But anyways, more of the story is if I'm not 100% or even 60%, I shouldn't be doing it. And that was a really good lesson for me to end the year with, that I really need to like enforce more self-care. I am on my podcast right now with my voice a little scratchy and it hurts a little, but it's okay because I'm at home, I'm taking care of myself, so we're all good. So it's okay. Like sometimes we need some self-care and that's okay. And my last tip, number 10 for you guys for the year to accomplish all your goals, don't beat yourself up. And you can always make your goals accomplish at any time. You can restart yourself. What do I mean by that? So we have our goals for the year. And let's say, for example, if you wanted to work out like 5 times a day and you didn't work out January 1st, which is my case, okay? So today is January 2nd. So after my kids wake up, we're going to go on a hike. So you don't have to beat yourself up because you don't start your goal right away. You don't have to beat yourself up because you say you're going to work out twice a week and you miss that Tuesday you promised you would work out. Instead, go work out on Wednesday. So be flexible with your own goals. If you don't accomplish them this week, if you don't accomplish that goal this month, you have next month, you have tomorrow, or you have today to start working on accomplishing that goal. So if I decided I was going to go work out like 7 times a week, and I didn't work out this morning, well, right now it's like still like 10 in the morning, so I can still go on a hike later on this afternoon. So don't discourage yourself. Don't be so set and so stuck on the time frame that you give yourself that you stop yourself. So sometimes our goals are gonna be, the ones we had in January won't be accomplished until September, or vice versa. You'll do your later goals, you'll accomplish them earlier, and it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for this, because the moral of this is for you to become a better person. And if all you do is become a better person throughout the whole year, you already won. So anyways, guys, I hope all this was helpful. I'm going to go and drink some tea right now because my throat is killing. But I want to wish you all a happy new year, and I'll be back next week. I may bring a guest in, so we'll see who we'll bring in. But I just want to wish you guys a happy new year. I'm so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you guys for listening to my podcast, for the love and DMs and everything I get from you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys back on here next week on my podcast. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for listening to my podcast. If you have any questions, always feel free to DM me or email me on any of my social platforms at Celeste Stylist. If you wouldn't mind leaving me a review or a comment, I would greatly appreciate that. And feel free to share this with anybody that you think would benefit from it. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'll see you guys back here at Celeste Stylist.